Hey everybody, welcome to the Barbecue Brothers. On this episode, I'm going to do a test on charcoal burn between the Masterboard controller and the Fireboard Drive, doing a very consistent burn, and we'll see what the difference is, if any. This is my brother Michael.
And this is my brother TJ. And we're the Barbecue Brothers.
Hey, I just want to take a second before we dive in here and just say this is a new channel. We're trying really hard to do high quality content that's practical for you. It's going to really hopefully show you some things you didn't know that that's not already all over. We are going to do some things like how to cook different meats and stuff like that. That there's a million other ones of that we just want to show our method. But we're also going to make sure we add in plenty of things that we hope are unique and really going to help you out. So with that said, if you like this content, if you're enjoying these videos, please take a minute just to like, subscribe, and click that bell so that you get notified when new ones come out and we can all grow together. Thank you so much. All right, so we're at about 10.5 hours in on this charcoal efficiency test, testing it with the Masterbuilt controller right now. As you can see, it's getting down to the bottom. There's flames coming up through over the top of the charcoal, so we don't have a whole lot of time left, but 10.5 hours isn't bad. I feel like we'll get at least another 1 or 2 out of it. By the way, what I'm looking for, I'm just gonna let it burn until the temperature starts dropping. Once I see the temperature drop and not be able to pick up, that's it. There's no more charcoal, obviously. So let's keep going. All right, this is at 10.5 hours in on the Fireboard controller. Looks pretty much the same as what it was with the Masterbuilt. All right, this is a 12-hour check-in. So we're 12.5 hours in with the Fireboard Drive running the fan, and it's tracking very similar to what the Masterbuilt was doing. I think we got a couple, maybe an hour left. Maybe, actually I think it's gonna last a little longer. Quite a bit of charcoal left still, and the Masterbuilt only lasted another hour from this, so we'll see. All right, so we're at 13 hours and 9 minutes. The temperature has dropped a couple of degrees on both the Masterbuilt probe and the Fireboard one that I'm monitoring it with. I don't know if that's a sign, but it shouldn't be. It's still pretty hot down in there. So 13 hours, 9 minutes. Let's see how much longer it'll go. All right, guys, we are at exactly 13.5 hours. I've been watching this like a hawk. And as you can see the grate down there. There's only a couple of pieces still left on the top. And it is definitely starting to drop temperature. It's dropped below 200 for the first time. And it's dropping fairly steadily. It's at like 199, but it was at 206. And it's dropped down to 199 pretty quick. So I'm calling it 13.5 hours on the Masterbuilt controller. However, it is worth noting it's using a little trick that I'm going to show you in the next video. Okay guys, this is crazy. We're at 13 hours and 24 minutes and it just started showing its first signs of dipping, which is almost exactly where the Masterboard one did it. That's really crazy. It's going to lose control here pretty soon. Alright, so at the 13.5 mark when I checked in, it actually made a little recovery and lasted another 30 minutes. So we're just right at just a little over 14 hours. It just dropped down into the low 190s. So we're calling it. So it made it just a little bit longer than the Masterbuilt one, but I think for all practical purposes, it's the same. Two other things that I should mention is that I was using the B&B briquette charcoal. I've really loved that charcoal. It's worked really great for me, so that's what I used for this test. The second is I'd like to do this test again with the grate mod. I'm thinking about doing that. So just leave me a comment if you'd like to see that. I have a feeling it'll be a little bit more efficient with that, but it'd be nice to know whether it is or not. All right, so that's the charcoal efficiency test. As you can see with the Masterbuilt controller, we got right at just a little over 13.5 hours before we ran out. On the Fireboard, we did just a little over 14 hours. I'm gonna call that the same. So yeah, that's a really good test. I think it's a really efficient machine and I'm really happy with it. I will say, just a reminder, I did use a little trick to stabilize the temperature throughout. There's a video, you can just click on it here, that will show you how to do that. It's a really neat little trick, so go ahead and check that video out. All right, y'all have a good day.